Zaz, tell me what happened last time.
All right. So the first thing that happened is we followed James' perspectives first, and he called the number that Alaric had gave him. Got arranged for help to be sent. Alaric wasn't there to answer directly, but the lady, the secretary, was still able to get him help. He then met up with Adam. And ultimately, yes, the help was a bunch of dudes with guns in a van who said some weird stuff about like riffs and stuff. Probably not important. Probably not important. Meanwhile, Riley went to her destination, which was a residential home, where she, after the lights had gone out, she saw a man walking and heard a scream, and she ended up shooting the lock off. And well, she just really just ended up seeing a confused man who ran. She did search the house, and seeing no signs of a struggle, she made her leave as the cops are arriving. Meanwhile, nothing really happened on James' end either, and she ended up being directed to a homeless man. Being told about a homeless man, as he had talked with the occupants of the house. And searching a nearby alleyway, a dumpster, he found a pamphlet from his church and a newspaper clipping about Riley, about the first female detective. Meanwhile, early in the morning, Riley had called Taylor to tell him what happened, and he told her call in sick and met with her at her place, where he did recommend that she just talk to the captain, tell things to the captain. Meanwhile, the demon talked with James through the radio at his church, and she told him that if he can find Sean before he kills again, he'll have a way to speak with a being like God. Is the phrase she used, like God. Then Alaric showed up to basically warn him off about using that number too liberally, and maybe asking for the wrong kind of help that could get him in a bit of trouble, draw him in too much. Taylor then, having went to the dead shop and found the information from James, went to go have a talk with him, and they decided to go to speak with Adam and talk about everything that happened. And they ultimately decided to use Alaric's contacts to bury the incident that Riley had. And ultimately, Riley was told by Taylor about the cover-up, and given Adam's number, she was told that she may be a target of this killer specifically. Meanwhile, listen, the Reed family dinner happened later that night. It went well. Gina's cousin, turns out Gina's cousin is moving over to the city. That's wonderful, really. And the entity did make contact with Taylor, and they talked. Aside from a bit of commenting on how he had compromised his moral stance, and Taylor kind of deflecting that. I think it was a cordial conversation. And Taylor did tell Adam that about the entity making contact with him. He did give the contact a name. He gave the entity two names because the god did in fact tell him no, that name's already taken, and this is we have a strict one John only policy in the World of Shadows. Taylor then went to work, and as it turns out, a Fed had arrived at the precinct, an FBI man, and Taylor was brought in to talk with him. Mr. Anderson was his name, and he and Taylor talked about the case, supernatural aspect of it, the corruption, and ultimately, Taylor did agree that, more or less, this case with its specific nature, he had more or less ran up into a wall of what he could do with this. So he took Mr. Anderson up on the offer. He'd make the critical report. He'd have it filed. He'd have it filed properly to the FBI. Would cause a huge scandal. A scandal which, unfortunately, Riley would be caught up in, though. Hopefully, she'll be able to get away with only minor repercussions compared to everyone else. But that remains to be seen. And I believe that's where we left off.
Yeah. Well, some time would go by. As indeed, there would be quite a scandal about sort of 2 weeks in the FBI, because basically you handed the case over, you let the FBI take over the investigation, linking this death to several others in the so-called Soul Killer serial case. All victims were killed sort of ritualistically, and then there were these like weird fucking symbols drawn behind them. They were able to arrest Sean and convict him because, well, he kind of just pled guilty to all 10 charges of murder. Other than that, the news would also be completely like wrought with articles about police incompetence, corruption, negligence. It's not a good day to be a captain. It's not a good day to be any sort of city official. It's in fact, well, it's a bad day for all of them. Several court cases would be started as these investigations are gonna definitely making waves. Even amongst your people in the precinct. Well, let's just say, Taylor, that your reputation is not doing good. The captain is quite unhappy with how you made the report, and let's just say people are talking to you less than they used to, as you are being sort of ostracized as sort of the first pebble in this landslide. But other than that, life would sort of return back to a bit of normalcy as Christmas is drawing near. Now maybe you're presumably your I'll also say your home life will improve because now your wife has more relatives to spend time with, and she won't pester you as much as she has been spending quite a lot of time with her cousin.
Well, that's good to hear.
You know what? I might as well post her image, so I don't have to do it later. It is. He is, well, they're cousins, but basically your wife did just kind of help raise her. When they were little. As... well, like I said, it's almost Christmas, Taylor, and, well, life is doing a bit better. Adam has been completely radio silent, and so has Alaric, as far as you know. But other than you being sort of ostracized at work, there were nothing happened. No sort of threats, no suspicious individuals, nothing that would raise any alarm bells. Why is it typing in like on this night, Ian, do get a call. You're part of the NYPD's Forensic Investigations Unit. And you do often get called, because this is your job. Crime scenes, or sort of like, it's not just murders, but there's other violent crime that you get called and where you need to sort of secure the area, collect some evidence. Although this call arrives for you later, as it is midnight.
Sometimes happens.
They
Those are the
didn't-
annoying ones.
Yeah, they didn't have anyone. Apparently, it's quite an urgent one, as you would have been. Oh, let me double check something.
Sorry, when my union break, I refuse.
So, I don't have NPC pictures, but your lieutenant would inform you that this order comes from the captain himself. You are in fact required to go. They need all hands on this one.
We'll put on his coat and head out.
I'll say for the sake of how many did there be in a my lack of okay. I was gonna say, like, I hope there's a bit more than like one or two. Okay, but so that's
It's more than one or two. I think like 10 probably. My guess.
yeah,
Let me see.
kind of around that. So yeah, because you and Taylor would be in the same precinct, so you would know of each other at the very least. Probably have worked in the past. Ian, you would have like probably like followed the news pending Taylor's sort of investigation, handing it over to the FBI, and that causing a fucking cascade of effects. And you also would have spotted not so subtle ostracization from a lot of your fellow colleagues. Yeah, as you will make your way, as you will be given the address of an apartment in Brooklyn. So, drive over there. As you arrive, there's a bunch of police cars that have sort of secured the area. As this guy picked. This has exactly the vibe I need. as the detective sort of waits for you at the scene, as he like finishes his cigarette. Sorry to bother you at this late hour, right?
It's the life of a civil servant.
Yeah, listen, we need holy shit.
Particularly grisly.
I couldn't get any of the rookies on this.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah. As I'll let you know a bit, because as Peter Briggs, this man has been in the force for some time. Not as old as Taylor, but he's been around, and he has well, from your perspective, a bit of a mixed reputation. He was always sort of nice with you. You know, he probably takes some bribes, but nothing like too big. He's not one of those greedy cops.
Some stuff you need for survival.
Yeah, like
He's
not like he takes enough just so people like leave him alone.
In that case, he
He's not the worst.
he's a bit more trustworthy towards this one, yeah.
Yeah. I'll kind of gesture for you inside. There's a couple of other people around as they're like making sure nobody. You can see a couple of the neighbors, maybe peeking in, but as you'll go up the stairs and you'll be brought into the apartment. Ian, I don't think you mingle with your colleagues too much, so you have
No.
Oh.
No.
Briggs kind of walks you in past the cop at the door. They I know you're not a squeamish guy, but should prepare for this one. Already had 2 people vomit here.
Well, nod and get ready to see the grisly murder, probably.
He's gonna lead you into this living room as you see it's a quite grotesque scene. As you will see this body sort of hanging from the ceiling. There seems to have been like rope kind of drilled into the I'm gonna say concrete, but like I think American building blocks are made out of fucking bricks. Anyways, there's been rope that's been like drilled in, kind of fixed, and then the body is kind of hanging from it in a very like suggestive pose. It's like clearly like a cross-shaped pose. As the body has been completely flailed, the skin is, you can see there's like bits and pieces scattered around the room, sort of torn apart. There's like blood everywhere. You can see the face has been completely mutilated. The jaw has been broken. It's kind of like lower part hanging loosely. The teeth seem to be missing completely. The eyeballs are gone. It's just kind of hollow. And the body looks like, well, there looks like was a lot of damage to it. This is just first glance at this, but would you give me a cool roll with a basic difficulty? Just kind of keep it in, as the smell is also not very pleasant. As you're able to sort of keep it in. As Briggs kind of says, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Jesus, Lord Almighty.
Knew this one.
I shoot an answer. He looks over.
Yeah, this is last month's rookie. Joined our department not that long ago.
Yeah, right. You probably heard about Riley. That's the Riley girl?
That's her apartment, and guess that I don't know if that's her or not, but she's been missing calls for work.
Let's I'll try to take some samples and ID the body and whatnot.
Do your best. No one else has been here as far as I'm aware. I have 2 more guys canvassed the bedroom, kitchen area, but this is yours, Ian. I don't trust anyone else to handle this shit. This is gonna be a clusterfuck.
I don't even know where to start personally. Yeah, she'll look around. Sadly, I don't think the body will provide much evidence. He'll ID it later in the lab, but
You can give me
yeah,
a detect roll.
He'll look around the apartment for him.
There we go. As you sort of look around as you... Well, you find one of the eyeballs that like looks sort of like damaged, but not completely destroyed, sort of underneath the couch. There's like bits and pieces of skin, as I've said it previously, everywhere, and they don't look be sort of torn post-mortem. This, Ian, you've seen these sorts of crimes before, as you will also inspect the body, and there are clear signs of torture. As there's something else you notice. The carpet, given how it's positioned, does have some blood on it. Should have way more blood. Not sure if you're gonna remove it, inspect it. Seems like it was definitely moved around.
Yeah, you moved around. Either someone was hiding something, or this guy was careful with the torture to make sure she didn't bleed out.
Yeah, nothing about this body seems careful. I'll say this.
That's true, doesn't it?
Do you sort of pull the carpet back? There are symbols underneath. As well, you can give me a no roll. This does revolve around your job, so you might have read reports that weren't necessarily handled by you.
I'll do a normal reroll.
You can free roll because this is still forensics.
That's true.
Yeah, this seems oddly similar to some of the symbols that were drawn in the other
Soul Killer
cases. They're not the exact same, but then again, as you like pull back the carpet completely, there is a large fucking sort of circle filled with runes underneath the body. As you realize it is also sort of drawn in blood, as it's like seeped into the fucking...
Man, sadly, I don't think there's any other evidence, like a way of entry and whatnot. He will note down if possible. Like the door broken down, window broken down.
Looks like the door was broken in, like that. The lock was kind of like... Looks like 4th entry.
I don't think there's any other evidence. No murder weapon, no indication.
No murder weapon, no. They are currently questioning some of the neighbors. Someone surely must have heard something.
Yeah, he will ID the body later at the lab for a proper autopsy. She'll go to Briggs. Fuck. I remember the case back in autumn. The one the feds took over.
Yeah, the one from last month.
She'll point him to the floorboards.
He looks at it. Fuck my life. Oh,
Got a
God.
copycat, or they got the wrong guy.
They even arrested the convict. This is gonna stink for everyone. I wanted to keep Taylor out of this as much as possible. Listen. Nothing else. We'll get down the body and we'll take it to the morgue and you can perform an autopsy on it. I'll handle the things here for tonight. Collect witness statements and all.
He just nods. He looks at the body. God rest her soul.
He'll not. He'll also do a sign of the cross and they'll sort of begin to take down the body. As you'll see, like Briggs talking to the people from this area. As you will be able to perform an autopsy, some investigations, run some tests, as you'll sort of investigate the body, as they'll bring it in. Briggs will say, like, listen, if you can, it would be really nice to do it as soon as possible.
Yeah, he's sitting.
We'll give you like the afternoon tomorrow free if you like do it tonight.
Yeah. Listen, he's thinking either this is a copycat or someone is using like the fucking MO and copying it.
Yeah.
But he's not a detective, but these are his own two guesses that he's also voicing to Briggs.
Briggs will say, or the feds and catch the right guy.
Also true for adoption, I suppose. I'll get to it. I'll go to the coroner's office to get
Listen, they're doing me a favor. They're letting us. Probably gonna be some precinct to precinct cooperation in this case as well. But hate this. Sort of mumbles to himself. Go do the autopsy. Catch you in the morning.
Jonata. I'll try to figure out as much as I can as he looks over the fucking mangled body.
Meanwhile, go and inform the family. As you go the night, and there will be definitely a lot to investigate, as you'll notice. As you'll begin performing the autopsy, delving a bit deeper, there are definitely sort of stab wounds across several parts of the body. The weird thing to you is that the stab wounds seem very sort of small, as if it was like punctured by something like clearly very sharp, but not that like thick. Maybe something akin to a small wire, probably like a few millimeters in diameter. But there are a lot of them. Like there's a lot of these sort of puncture wounds.
Are they very deep, or just skin, or just like just barely through the skin?
They're not that deep.
So probably like.
Yeah, it doesn't. It was clearly enough to pierce the skin, but it didn't damage the muscle too much.
So probably like probably using a needle to like put some wire through like stitches, basically. Just for shits and giggles, for torture, probably.
Yeah, as another weird thing you'll find is the fact that there are no wounds around the sort of skull, which is weird because you're not really sure how they sort of remove the eyeballs unless they did it post-mortem. You don't really want to, because the eyeball, well, one eyeball you found was sort of intact, which is kind of hard to do. The weird thing about the teeth, they seem to have been, well, maybe it's not weird, but they also seem to have been pulled out. And that's like the only sign, and the missing jaw. That's not the missing jaw, but the broken jaw. Other than that, the skull seems to be mostly intact. The face has very little signs of perforation compared to the rest of the body.
Eyeballs probably done post-mortem. This was like if somebody's tortured, because you cannot torture someone for long if you pull out the eyeballs.
Most likely.
The internal organs, there was like no other deep stab wounds from knives or whatnot, or gunshot, nothing.
No, as you cut open the body, it just seems that she most likely died from like blood loss, and her internal organs seem mostly fine compared. Like I said, most of these stab wounds never really pierced too deep. Not sure if there's any curiosity you have right now.
Since this is a woman, we're also testing for a bit of rapery, perhaps, if anything happened of that sort.
No, doesn't seem to. There are no like lesions or wounds in that area specifically.
Mhm.
Seems
I
to be
will note
like
that down.
no sexual assault happened here.
Yeah, he might do some blood tests, see if she was like fucking like some to see the extent of the torture potential, like if any chemicals were put down her throat, like bleach or whatever, or.
Yeah,
But that's for
probably
later.
it'll probably take some time for you to get some lab results on any chemicals. Unfortunately, forensics right now much more
It's very
limited.
shit, yeah.
Much
Yeah.
more limited.
Yes, right now that's it. Yes, there's no. You write down probable cause of death, and he will check for blood later if there was anything in her system.
Yeah, as you finish a few hours and as probably sort of be able to go home and sleep for a couple of hours until sort of midday. Taylor, as you awake, 21st, a nice and relaxing Tuesday for you. As you having breakfast with your wife. She is having plans for Christmas. Well, she says, I was thinking it's Christmas. We could have a big family dinner. Julia managed to finally set everything up with her house. We could visit.
That'd be nice. Get all the kids together if we can.
She'll smile and nod. I'll give her a call later today. As this conversation gets interrupted by the ringing of the phone from the living room.
I'll get it.
You go and you pick up. As the voice, one of your coworkers, one of the few coworkers who still like, he doesn't like talk to you much, but he is, he's not like the biggest asshole around. As the Detective Briggs is. You recognize his voice. Morning, Taylor.
Morning, Briggs.
Sorry to call you a bit early, but this can't really wait. I need you to come and meet me at the precinct. We need to talk. Quite urgent.
All right, I'll be down.
He just closes the phone call.
Taylor will say to his wife, was one of the other lieutenants. Apparently, something urgent happened. Calling hands on deck.
Kind of rolls her eyes a bit. Well, it's always urgent, but fine. I'll pack you some lunch as she'll and start making you a couple of sandwiches for you. Have as a late breakfast. Well, you'll get ready, and as you drive work, as you arrive, like as you walk in, Briggs is gonna approach you. Morning, Taylor. Come with me. Has his little gesture for like a separate office.
Yeah, you'll head in.
Have some bad news. I honestly wanted to keep you out, but well, I'm gonna need your assistance with this one.
What's happened?
It's about your previous partner, girl, Miss Connor. She's dead. She missed work yesterday, kept calling, and well, last night people reported some unpleasant smells. Found her dead in her apartment.
Taylor will just immediately like shift a bit, as he'll say. She was found. When was she found?
Last night. I had a couple of friends at the area give me a call. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a collaborative effort. And there's more. Called in one of our best forensics guys last night. He managed to find, well, you know those weird fucking symbols? Pentagram shit.
I remember.
Yeah, well, it was drawn all over her floor. So, well, either the feds fucked up, something went to shit, dealing with the copycats, I don't know, but I think you should, and I'm gonna make a request to the captain for you to help out on this one, because I walked into that shit, Taylor, and I've seen a lot of things in my life. I've never seen anything like that.
And Taylor's gonna nod and I'll say, "Thank you."
And listen, I know things have been shit the last month for you. This probably is not gonna help your situation. If I had anyone else, I would have probably asked them. This is probably also gonna be turned into a media circus.
It is what it is.
Well, I'm gonna ask the captain to keep it under wraps for a bit longer, but thought I at least should warn you about that as well.
Taylor will just give a nod, yeah.
Oh. Let's see. Grab a coffee. I'll call the forensics. We can go meet up with him, see what he's been able to find out working throughout the night. We'll have more details if you want. We can go over some of the witness testimonies I've been collecting last night as well. There's some weird shit going on.
Yeah, Taylor will nod as he'll say. Yeah, Taylor will nod as he'll just say, well, case. The whole fucking case was weird last time.
It's fucking weird ass Satanists, I swear. Oh, source of the FBI I have to talk to. I'll start gathering up some of the files. See if you can find everything you had stored as well.
Yeah, Taylor will nod and he'll say, I'll find it, find the file and we'll back up.
Yeah, he'll get up and leave the office. Yeah, you can probably go in the archive and collect the files you handed in last time you gave reports.
Yep.
As the both of you will sit down, and you'll also provide the reports and the witness testimonies. As you kind of go through it, he'll point out, I'll say, here's a picture of how found her. As yeah, you can see a couple of pictures that they have that look quite gruesome. Say, given that and the forced entry, figured somebody would have heard something. Questioned a couple of the neighbors, and well, as far as I can tell, they heard a bit of commotion, but it's late at night and none of them wanted to do anything. But they didn't hear too much. As far as I can tell, it wasn't taken out of that apartment, so how the fuck torture someone in their living room and then nail them to the ceiling without half the people hearing about this?
Yeah, Taylor will look over. Will look over the photos again. Look over the reports of the crime scene. I guess, granted, so that's two questions. One, does Taylor looking over this information, is there anything he can try to glean from it? And secondly, this is actually the really important one. Does this level of violence match the other killings in the Soul Killer case?
The other killings were much more sort of ritualistic. They were all sort of bled out. Kind of like some of them a bit messier than others, but the idea was to sort of exsanguinate the body. At this level of like fucking nailing it to the ceiling. Now the cross bit is a bit fucking weird, but no, this is not something even remotely close to the other cases. The only thing that sort of they have in common is the fact that there's also the weird symbols painted underneath in blood. And, well, because it's just kind of fucking weird. But yeah, no. Briggswell mentions they couldn't find any murder weapon. They're fucking clueless on this one. You can give me, I guess, a detect roll for the kind of reading the testimonies.
Alrighty. Listen, let me do my free roll. Still the same.
As you read, you do pick up on the same thing that he has, that they probably heard the moment the lock was broken. But, well, it was late at night and people were just kind of like, whatever. There is a possibility, though, because you have a bit more knowledge than Mr. Briggs. Depending on who's involved in this cover-up, well, there's a couple of ways people with supernatural abilities that might have been able to pull this thing off. Now, Adam has been AWOL, so has Alaric. But technically, you do have some contacts in the mob that you were able to levy last time. You could also probably talk to. You also still have Mr. Anderson's number.
Yeah. Taylor kind of keeping that to himself as he'll point out this the MO of this killing's different. Some superficial similarities like the signs to previous killings in the case, but this was whoever did this wanted to send a message. It's possible witnesses were bribed, threatened.
Yes, it's not the best neighborhood. Kind of fucking message. She was young. I don't think she could have pissed anyone off.
Taylor will say,
Yeah, Taylor will say. Taylor will say, I'm not really, to be honest. That's why I'm drawing the blank on that, but no, I don't think this. I don't think whoever did this is the same guy who did the other killings.
Listen, just to be sure, I'll go have a chat with Mr. Hayes. You go talk to the forensics guy. Maybe he has new stuff.
They will give a nod and he'll go talk the forensics.
Ian, you would have to get into the office a couple of hours of sleep only. You'll be there by the time Taylor arrives. As you have a bit of probably have a bit of what's it called, toxicology report.
Yeah.
Start looking. No, like any obvious signs of drugs in the system. There's some stuff, but I'm trying to find the exact. They did find some traces of foreign substance that, well, there is probably have to investigate it a bit further.
Yeah, his guess is probably like the.
But
His
it
company-
does look like there was some weird fucking poison or like some substance. Nothing like common, that's for sure.
Yeah, his guess is maybe not bleach, even something else. It probably his guess probably some kind of torture thing to either keep her like alive, stay awake, or just pain. As I see, it's over. He sees Mr. Taylor.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Reed. Briggs told me he'd call you.
Mr. Bright. No, it's not been. No, the case is still fresh, but there's one. Me and Briggs were wondering if you had found anything else.
Just confirming initial suspicions. The only interesting thing I found, the only other thing anything new that it wasn't at the crime scene was there is some kind of foreign substance in her, something. But I need to look into it further, read over some at the chemistry books and whatnot. Other than that, cause of death was a blood loss. She was well, if you want, you can read the report, but besides the initial head trauma and the post-death removal of the eyeballs, she bled out after some very small incisions all over her body. A slow and rather painful death.
Taylor will nod as he'll say, like a copy of the report, if you could.
Let me go to the printer. Yes, yeah.
start giving you kind of getting the files ready. Not sure if there's anything else you want to talk about.
Mm,
I don't think Taylor has anything to talk with Mr. Bright about. Really?
Mr. Brad will mostly nothing much to say. He shared the information as you get the copy and hand it over to Mr. Reed.
So grab the files and take your leave. Head back to the office. Start kind of like looking over them. No murder weapon found. You have a good sketch of the symbol drawn on the floor. There is there's a lot of sort of a lot of the things that Ian told you about, kind of in detail. As no, this is clearly looks like someone tortured her, more or less in a very brutal way. As you spend another hour or so, as eventually the captain's gonna send for you to arrive in his office.
Yeah, Taylor will head to the captain's office.
As you walk in, and Mr. Jones is gonna say, "Come in, Taylor. Have a seat."
Yeah, Taylor will take a seat.
Well, it's a shit day for us all. How are you feeling?
It's never a good day when we lose one of our own.
Yeah, she had some promise too. I read Briggs told me a bit, but it's like this will be a big clusterfuck now. He told me that keep this under wraps. I'm gonna try and do, but I think the media is sniffing around us quite a lot nowadays, thanks to, well, some FBI investigations. So, well, Taylor, I'm sure you'll be able to handle this. Briggs had some concerns, but, well, I told him you'll do just fine. So, well, I'm checking with you, and are you up to this case?
Yes, I am, sir.
Good, good. Well, the NYPD is sparing no expense. Find this killer and fast. Trust you'll be able to deliver as always. I mean, the undertone there is pretty clear. I don't think you need to detect. You get the feeling that they won't make this easy for you, in the sense of this is the perfect opportunity for a lot of captains and like corrupt officials to be like, everyone look, the FBI, they blamed us, but phew, aren't they also fuck ups?
Yeah, Dale is well aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk out of the office.
Yeah. Walk out the office and listen. Ostensibly, he'll take the files. Taylor does his best reading when he's in his car, anyways. And well, the answer is he's going to get to a payphone because he would like to give Mr. Anderson a call because this isn't what was supposed to happen.
As you you walk out of the precinct, see someone very familiar on the other side of the street, sort of, smoking a cigarette, looking at you. As it's been a month, but recognize the young man, Mr. Clark, your rather low-level mob contact. He'll kind of give you a very subtle wave and kind of gesture for you. Crossover.
Taylor will cross over, yeah?
He'll say, it's a good day for some hot dogs, as he's gonna hand you one, as he's also, like, eating right now. Keeping well,
Taylor will.
Mr. Reed?
As well as I can.
That's good. So I've been told to, I'll tell you a couple of things, although know the context, but sure seems scary. I was told to ask you if you're gonna be cooperative on this next crisis.
Taylor will ask, define cooperative for me.
I'll be honest, I don't know, but you can come meet with the boss and he'll be able to answer those kind of questions. I'm just kind of a messenger.
And Taylor will give a nod at that.
Okay, I guess he'll sort of, there's like he sort of grabs a small, writes down an address, slips it to you as he'll wander off.
Yeah. Taylor will take out the address and
As you'll arrive to this sort of butcher's shop, as you walk in, as they notice, the butcher's gonna just kind of make a sign for you to head in the back.
he'll just give a nod as he heads in the back.
There'll be a man there. It's like, you, Mr. Reed?
That I am.
Ah, well, I suppose you're here to meet the boss, right?
That'd be correct.
Follow me a bit deeper into the building. Walk up to a room, knocks times before opening the door, and says, boss, the detective is here to see you. You'll walk in and you do see Rory, as he is looking over some papers, as he like flips them over and looks up at you. Ah, it isn't my favorite cop in the city. Come in, make yourself comfortable. A drink, maybe?
Coffee would be fine.
Ah. get the detective some coffee, will you? Gestures for you to sit down. The other mook would provide a freshly made cup. What can I help you with, detective?
One of your men contacted with me and asked if I was going to be cooperative with this next crisis, and I just wanted to inquire, what does cooperative mean in this case?
I was here. I was hoping you'd just say yes. Well, must know. It's quite simple. Last I checked, there were some favors pulled for this lady to have her reputation kept intact. Well, I don't know what happened, but I want to ensure that the scandal is gonna happen. I know you have some interesting friends, Mr. Reed, but I was hoping you wouldn't call them in on this one.
Most of my friends have gone radio silent.
I think your FBI buddies are gonna take immediate notice as we leak some of this info to the press. Now, it's quite bad when you arrest a famous serial killer and not that long after another victim is made. Now, you could be cooperative and, well, pin it on the same guy. Help us with the media storm.
Do you know who killed her?
Fuck if I know. From my understanding, probably some scary motherfucker. But I know who. Well, I know a lot more than you do right now. My question is, are you gonna work with us, or are you gonna work, well, to annoy us as usual?
What's going to happen with her killer if the case gets bungled, dropped, if it gets caught up in the scandal?
Listen to me, Taylor. I know the people involved. That killer's never gonna face justice. Not from you, not from us, not from anyone. I don't know who the fuck she pissed off. Trust me, it's someone that's way above your pay grade, my pay grade, and ooh. I think it's best if we just cooperate on this one.
So just so I understand, Grant, he basically wants me to let the scandal break out, embarrass the FBI.
Yes. And basically, yes. Because if this happened, like, the FBI's investigation on the corruption of New York is gonna look a bit kind of silly if they also, like, fucked it up royally. It's gonna, like, not only is it gonna attract the, like, kind of get the spotlight off of the corruption and, like, the scandals that are currently going on, it's also gonna make the FBI look like a bunch of buffoons. They're clearly trying to sway the public opinion against them.
Eh, Taylor will simply say as he gets up. Well, Mr. Rory, I'll have to decline the offer.
On. You want? Come on, maybe we can find a compromise.
Listen, Taylor will say, yeah, now out of character, I thought of something, but it's like, no, that the problem is that plan's gonna fall apart the second I don't let the case go. So, yeah, Taylor's just gonna say, if it was another case, maybe. I can't compromise on this one.
Yeah, he kind of like takes a deep breath, nods, and says, and I pray for both of our luck. God, take care of us. Have a good day, detective.
As Taylor will take his leave.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say eventually, especially like with Mr. Anderson, you probably have like a personal number you can call at.
Yeah, as Taylor will find a Taylor will like find like a payphone somewhere.
You'll call and you will pick up. This is Mr. Anderson speaking.
This is Detective Reed.
Good day, detective.
Let's hope you've had a good morning. Has the 20th Precinct informed you yet of the potential copycat killer?
Receive no copycat. Copycat killer.
Taylor will say, Miss Connors was killed. Similar symbols were found and drawn at the scene. MO is different, though. Much more violent, brutal.
Okay. So, ask a couple of more questions. You can sort of fill him in a bit. Spend a bit like time here, and he'll eventually say, "Okay, thank you for telling me, be able to at least have some responses ready to this."
Yeah, and Taylor will include the fact that, yes, in fact, a mob man was able to contact him pretty much the second he left the precinct to try to for his boss to try to pressure him to just let the case blow up.
Says Sir Reed. I will look into that as well. That is quite concerning. you require of anything from me? Anything I can do to help?
As Taylor will say, as Taylor will say, honestly, I don't think he'd ask for anything for his wife because he has a pretty good idea that his wife is the reason he didn't get killed in there. So he'll actually say, yeah, he'll just say, nothing at the moment. I'll be honest, if they finally come after me for this, I don't think protection's going to help me. I'll fill you on anything else I find.
Do you want me to send some of my agents to watch around your wife?
My wife and my kids. Something happens to me. I want them moved out of the city.
I'll do my best. I'll be reach out to you soon once I deal with this whole situation.
Taylor will nod and he'll say, is there anywhere I could drop off the files? Just in case the precinct doesn't send them over or edits them.
He's gonna like give you an address, like a mailbox. Leave them here and I'll have one of my men pick them up. Do me a favor and make sure that the forensics investigator doesn't bungle this case up as well.
Taylor will give a nod. Not give a nod, like Taylor will respond, I'll keep an eye on him. If any of the evidence vanishes, we'll know who it is. Not that there's any evidence yet.
Once I have a look through the files, talk a bit. Yeah. Then there's nothing else. What's your next move, Taylor? What do you want to do next?
Taylor's not expecting to find anything, but he's going to go to Riley's apartment.
Yeah, you'll be able to get there. You'll move past the stay, push the door open, step through, and yeah, as you'll kind of walk in, the apartment looks fine with the exception of the living room that still has a lot of the blood spatter. As you'll be able to see the symbol sort of drawn into the floor. Is there anything you're looking for in particular?
I suppose it's Taylor is doing a sort of general look over again. Not that, again, he's not really expecting to find anything. It's more of, at this point, he is so paranoid about his own precinct that yes, he is just going to go over it, even if he doesn't think he'll find anything.
You'll canvas the area. Does seem that does seem to you. You can give me a detect roll if you want.
All right. Free reroll from detective.
As you go over, and it does seem that unlike other people, and you do know that Ian does have a reputation. People sort of find him quite annoying to work. He's considered an asshole by a lot of people. But well, this does seem to have been handled a bit better. You don't find anything that they would have missed. Everything was included in the report. It was quite the professional one. This does sort of track a bit with Ian's reputation. He's been at this for some time now.
That's good. But yeah, after that, Taylor, after like having a bit of quiet contemplation, looking at the living room, go see if he hasn't heard from Adam and all, but he will go to see admit.
Oh, I will say that you were waiting for some more like evidence for like Ian to like analyze. He did find some weird substances, but he had to do like a bit more work.
The chemistry book said.
Yeah, so you
All
can,
right,
like,
all right. I was unaware of how long that would take and how much time has passed.
well, you can like grab lunch, and if everything goes right, he should have some more information about that. A couple of hours, basically, late in the afternoon, like a 5 p.m. By the time you make your way back to him.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ian, you know, you can give me. Honestly, I don't think it matters because you have all the skills max. So just, yeah, no roll.
Sure thing. Critical.
Yeah.
I'll use a free reroll on that. Either one of them apply.
Yeah,
Extreme.
there we go. Holy shit. Yeah, so you run chemicals you found. God, the fucking pronunciations. I'm gonna post a picture of it. Just I know you're
Yes.
I don't know, Mac, how of a chemistry geek you are, but
I'm not a chemistry, but I do like crime, so I might recognize them. Depending.
I
I'm not
watched
sure
Dad once.
holy shit.
This tells me nothing. This tells me nothing. This tells me nothing.
Okay, at first I thought the image was broken. I thought the image was broken at first.
No, it's just transparent.
fucking prank me there. Okay, I thought you put like a picture of like some fucking bottle or something.
No, it's you found a high concentration of gelsomine in her blood, like fucking absurd levels, and it is a toxic compound.
South American, huh? From flowering plants. Huh.
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, it's a lot. It's
Tropical Americas.
Yeah, you're able to identify it, like the compound itself as. Yeah, it's kind of weird because there were no like Normally, if this was sort of like you didn't find like plant samples or anything weird, it's just this specific toxin compound that you're able to identify.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah, no, the wiki page does contain
Yeah, I'm reading the wiki page as well
all
right
the
now. Basically,
information
what
you
the fuck
kinda
is used for?
have.
Yeah. Good. Like, I'm not gonna ask. I'm just gonna read the wiki page basically, and then maybe and see if I have a follow-up question here.
This is an advanced DMing strategy. You got higher success. Just read the Wikipedia page.
Yeah. Let's see. Oof. He might honestly kind of maybe like write this down and like hit the box on like fucking voodoo calls or whatever, because his only assumption is, because it's just fucking it only appears in the flower, that this is some weird fucking Satanist weird ritual shit or whatever.
No, so that's the weird thing is like the fact that most likely it was like synthetically made, because like how the fuck can you like make it so high concentration without any like byproduct?
Yeah, that maybe they extracted that. Yeah, he's kind of also like he'll note this down. He'll do some research for it later.
Yeah.
Because it's also not this is also not the most lethal poison.
No, this is yeah.
You write this down. Like again, his guess is something. His guess is something ritualistic right now, because with the Satanism kind of fits. I don't know. They're weird. They're into weird chemicals. I don't know.
Yeah, you realize you've also skipped lunch as you're running analysis on this sort of. There's a knock at your door as you kind of glance behind you. You realize it's the detective. As oh, it's been several hours. You did just kind of like lose track of time.
He's very diligent. Listen, this case is kind of fucky. Listen, it's whatever. He can catch up later. Mr. Reed, welcome back.
Mr. Bright. You the test is finished yet?
Yes. They are a bit. I'm kind of honestly a bit puzzled. The compound itself was a weird exotic extract from a tropical flower. I went to the library and got some flower books. The only use I found for it was in traditional tribal medicine. It could have been used as a primitive. It was used as a primitive painkiller. It could be used as a poison, depending on, of course, dosage and whatnot. But in this, honestly, kind of, I'm still doing some. I'll probably do some research later if you want to. But I'm kind of puzzled right now myself.
I will say, because you had some extreme success. If applied in correct dosages, you could use this to sort of knock someone out. There's like a couple more uses depending on how much.
Yeah, that's what I also implied with like the painkiller bit, basically. It used like a.
So if you wanted to knock someone out and like not use like easily identifiable toxins, I guess you could do this as well. Maybe that's why they did it.
Yeah.
Because unless you're like you, most like forensics, which is kind of like it's kind of weird, and moving on.
Yeah. I'll say that either painkillers to keep her alive or perhaps knock her out. Those are at least my two current theories.
Taylor will nod as I actually ask Mr. Bright if I could ask any new discovery you make in the case. Like if you could produce a personal copy as well.
Of course, I've already prepared some copies over there. Say, I think you or Briggs would come in. You can grab the toxicology report there, plus also my own findings. and some personal notes.
It's good. It's good. It's good work.
Whoever did this, Citizen Markman. Whoever did this certainly, I don't think is any random serial killer. Unless they have a farm somewhere of these flowers. From what I read, they're not exactly used in agriculture much.
My killer was a professional, and no, absolutely, this absolutely wasn't the same. This absolutely doesn't fit with the previous cases, the previous killings.
There's a knock at the door to your office as the door slightly creaks open. You see a man sort of walking. I'll say, now I was hoping to find both of you here. Second. As this older man walks in. I hope I'm not interrupting anything, detectives.
You are not. May I ask who you are?
I think the less you know about me, the better. Both your sakes. May I have a moment of your time? Hopefully we can keep this civil, and I can then be on my way.
Taylor will nod.
In about, I think the moment the new newspapers will hit, it's gonna be quite scandalous. Now, I have a suggestion for the both of you. Keep your head down and do not keep to your usual antics. Well, Mr. Reed, you have a reputation already. Mr. Bright, I hear you're also quite stubborn. I suggest you both play along with this one. We don't want more bodies on our hands.
Is that everything?
Believe so. Hopefully this time you'll get the message. Have a good day. Gonna walk out. He was speaking with a bit of a Russian accent as well.
Miss Taylor is once he walks out. Taylor will say to Ian, Mr. Bright, I'll be honest. I can't take him up on that offer. I can't let this one go, but might be for your best if... I'll say this, it may be for your best if you do take him up on that.
As Ian will lean back in his chair. That was my first direct overt threat of I will yes, I usually work in the labs and just do some reports and keep my head down.
Listen,
If I maybe so I can still assist you, I'll just keep some stuff off the papers. He looks over at the toxicology report. Perhaps it's best we don't file this one in. Or you give them to trusted people.
Yeah, Taylor will whisper as he'll just say, keep your head down. You do your job. And you do it smart. As Taylor will say, I'm going to be the one that's grabbing the attention. So make sure you stay safe. We've already lost one member of the force.
Damn shame about her. Unlike Miss Connors, luckily I've been at this for 20-odd years. I generally know when the Grim Reaper knocks at my door, even though, again, first time he looked me directly in the face to face. Again. Luckily, unlike you detectives, my contributions are never as public.
Taylor will nod at that as he'll take the toxicology report and he'll make his leave.
Yeah, we ain't filing this one in. Yeah, we ain't.
I'm back.
So as Ian will say, like I assume from the future, I'll direct inquiries, the next inquiries to you personally. Perhaps.
It's a good idea.
You have some kind of a 50 little box I can deliver my reports in the future.
Yeah, Lorraine Taylor can. Yeah, Taylor can arrange a dead job location, right, Grant?
Yeah.
Yeah, see it will.
Because admittedly, I don't want two people going to the FBI mailbox.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Ian is like, yeah, we ain't filing this one in.
Ian, you have like a phone in your office, right?
Yeah. Comedically, it also rings.
Yeah, it rings really loudly.
Pardon. He picks up.
As you recognize Briggs' voice. Ian, fuck, is Taylor with you?
Yeah. Lieutenant, what a minute of your time? Miss Lieutenant Briggs is calling.
Holy shit, that's good.
Taylor will take the phone.
Taylor, just fucking go home. Fuck. You have the rest of the day officially off.
What's happened?
A bunch of got a report. I wasn't really told much, but I think the feds were at your house. Some shit went down. I was just told to inform you that you have the rest of the day officially off. Not sure if you've checked the news as well, but fucking, of course, the captain fucking didn't keep it quiet either.
Yeah, I knew he wouldn't.
I hate this job.
As Taylor will say, oh, thanks for letting me know, Briggs.
Enjoy your evening.
Yeah, as
You'll say, put Ian on the phone.
so yeah, he'll hand the phone back to Ian.
say, Mr. Bright, well, given the clusterfuck, you're gonna have the feds checking in on you soon. I expect your full cooperation, Tom. Alright?
Understood.
Let me know if you have any issues with them.
Certainly will do.
Gonna close off the phone call then.
Listen, Taylor will take his leave, but before he gets home, he will give Mr. Anderson another call.
Yeah. He'll pick up. Yeah. Taylor. Not sure if you heard the news or not.
I've heard it. Apparently, something happened at my house.
I had and two of my men sort of watch your wife, and she got some mail. It was a scream. They kind of just charged in. There was a head in the box. She didn't react positively to anything. Made sure your captain knew about this. Gave you some off duty for as long as you need, of course.
Taylor will say, "Thank you for that." Listen, Anderson, I'm going to drop one more thing off. It's a toxicology report, and I'm going to tell you the forensics man, Mr. Bright. So far, his work has been impeccable, by the books, and he's gone above and beyond in identifying toxin that was used in this case. And he also just had his life threatened. Man walked, I think he was a Russian man, walked right into the police station.
I'll have a conversation with him myself. Go to your wife. She needs you.
Taylor will hang up. He'll put the toxicology report in the dead drop, just in case.
Yeah.
And he'll head home.
Ian, as you're able to, probably, I'm not sure you probably can call it at this point.
Yeah.
Um,
Listen, there's less paperwork to file in the toxicology report. I don't know, man. Should happen.
yeah, as you'll be able to get home and probably grab some
Fast food, probably.
some food on the way.
A Mickey D.
As you sit down and, well, getting ready to enjoy it, there's a knock at your door.
You will peep outside to see who's looking.
See this older man, dressed in a nice suit.
Carefully open the door.
Mr. Bright, as he'll flash an FBI badge. I speak with you for a moment.
Sure thing.
Let the FBI agent in. My name is Matthew Anderson. Work for the FBI, and I'm not sure if you pick up the newspaper recently, but I'm pretty sure the case you made a report in is now, well, conveniently leaked. to the press, and well, I was told you were threatened recently.
Yes. I believe some kind of Russian mobster was my guess by the accent.
Tell me, Mr. Bright, what do you want in this case? Sure, if you cooperate with them, they might leave you alone.
Generally speaking, do what I always do. Relay things to Briggs, and well, some Reed's one of the few good ones, while avoiding any official reports.
Fortunately, Mr. Briggs is a bit on the take as well.
Yeah, right now, right not.
Yes, I know, most people are on the take. That is my question to you, Mr. Bright. You have a bit of a reputation of being, well, not well liked. And as you can tell, there are currently a lot of investigations being done. High level. FBI is involved. Something the NYPD doesn't really appreciate. In fact, even internal affairs is being investigated for corruption. So, people like you are a rare breed.
Mostly people like me mostly survive by keeping their heads down and well, my first time being threatened in person.
That has been the case up until now, but me and a bunch of other people want to change things. So I'm here with a work proposition.
Oh?
Agents will be taking testimonies. A lot of evidence gets misplaced, mishandled. Forensics is often one of the places they go first. Ignoring things at crime scenes makes future investigations quite hard. Question is, are you willing to speak up?
You mean to the media?
No. I mean to the agents investigating this. Do you think the media is gonna fix anything?
Oh, thank God. Okay, I was kind of. You said you scared there. Oh, thank God. Now, since you already. Slight selfish request of my own, but I'm not sure if you guys have any federal security, but you see, I want to help, but I do also appreciate my own life.
That's understandable. We can provide you a new apartment somewhere else to relocate in the city while this entire crisis happens. We have a bunch of different places we can move you around every month or so. We need key people in key places that are gonna testify against colleagues, against superiors. That also means that your life will definitely be in danger.
Just kind of size. Well, luckily I don't have too many friends. Well, there's no time as the present. First time in my long 20 years I've seen anything like this.
There's big changes coming. And we need people like you to make those changes happen. I suggest you pack up now and leave shortly.
I'm not.
Yeah, no, he's gonna. We're gonna like pack a couple of things, and he's gonna drive you to a different part of Manhattan. He's gonna give you the small apartment, and basically give you a brief basic rundown of how to not take the same route home, how to cover up for yourself to not be as easy to track down, sort of stay in public places, that sort of thing. Gives you a bit of a basic preparation guide.
Ian is usually not a field agent.
Yeah. But yeah, no, definitely now you're gonna be part of this elaborate fucking cleansing of the different departments as well. Listen, you've kept your head down, but you've definitely like seen shit. There's plenty of people, things you can report. Problem is, up until now, like I said, even if you reported them, the people
Nothing would be done.
yeah, the
swallowed. Yeah.
internal affairs is also corrupt, and they would just kind of
Yeah.
bag you.
He might have done it once, I think, before getting a warning, then never again after
Yeah.
realizing, this leads nowhere.
But it's never been to the point where the FBI themselves got involved with this. This is big.
Well, it's also his first time he got directly threatened.
Yes, there's also the chance that it might just kill you anyways. But yeah, Taylor, as you head home, you walk in, as you'll see your wife and her cousin sort of on the couch in the living room. Like, your wife looks like a mess. Like she's been crying looks like she's cried a bit. As she'll see you, gets up, say, Taylor, thank God you're home. I'm just gonna give you a hug.
Yeah, Taylor will. Taylor will hug her. Yeah, he'll just say, Gina, they came as soon as they told me.
It's horrible. There was a head in one of the boxes. It's just. I don't. This never happened. What's going on? This never has happened before.
Taylor will say, I'm not sure I got called in for about the case that got wrapped up. Looking into it, Taylor will just kind of say, trying to act like he doesn't know why this just happened.
You can give me a speech roll. Or cool, whichever one you prefer.
Yeah. No.
Listen, she is distressed. Doesn't maybe picks up on things. Her cousin though, like she kind of like has an eyebrow raised but doesn't like say anything. She'll kind of get up and say, "Well, Gina, I'm gonna leave you two alone. I'll visit you tomorrow, okay?" She'll kind of smile at each other and she'll say for you to both take care of yourselves before taking her leave. As yeah, she probably stayed with your wife while you were gone. Oh, I don't know what to do. What should we do?
Taylor will say, listen, they gave me time off, and besides, they called me in to help a detective with one of his cases. I don't have anything assigned to me. I can stay home for. I'm pretty sure for as long as I want to request.
Gonna nod. I should make something for dinner.
So Taylor will actually help her make dinner.
Yeah. Not sure if there's anything you want to talk to her about or do.
Yes. Taylor will actually say that I heard from Briggs that apparently the people who were at the scene were FBI. Apparently, they still keeping a watch on anything to do with the old case.
Kind of like lapses. That I was about to ask. That was kind of weird. Are we being watched by the feds?
Taylor will actually kind of just say, I didn't want to say it in front of your cousin. I'm not supposed to talk about it, but they do consider me a witness in an active investigation.
Nods. We'll get through this, right? Fine, right?
We'll get through this. Listen, just as Taylor will try to come to it. He'll say, listen, it might end up being it's going to be a tense couple of days, but listen, once the FBI is done and they move out, everything should go back to normal.
You'll sort of faintly smile with nodding. As well, there's a sort of you kind of like in the kitchen. There you can hear like something like flutter and fall from the living room.
I'm gonna be honest, Taylor is so on edge. I think his hand actually goes for like the service revolver.
Yeah, your wife just kind of freezes. As she's gonna like take cover. Do you like go to inspect what the fuck was that?
Yes, he is going carefully with gun out of the holster.
As you sort of peek around the corner, you do recognize Alaric sort of just placing probably one of your sort of pictures on the wall back. Mr. Reed glances at the gun. I do apologize for the well, timing.
Taylor will say, couldn't have picked a better time and place. My wife's in the other room.
It doesn't matter much. If you glance back, you do just see your wife is just almost frozen. She's not blinking. She doesn't look like she's breathing. We need to speak. I won't take too much of your time.
Imagine it's about new case.
I was informed about what happened here in the news. Well, Mr. Anderson told me about the present you got in the mailbox. And things took a turn for the worst. Your doctor friend, he has gone AWOL, trying to locate him, but
Says doctor friend. Does he refer? Oh, he's referring to Adam.
yes. But before I find him, I do advise you to be quite careful. It appears that this time the entire Hornet's Nest has been rattled.
Taylor will just give a nod at that, and he'll say, "I've already spoken with Anderson about an Overwatch on my children, on my wife."
I fear that our little plan about cleansing the corruption will have to be done in a few steps and with a lot of compromise. I thought
What kind of compromises?
I thought we could do it on our own. Some contacts in the FBI and not public pressure. Shift things around. As you can see, there's always bigger fish. And, well, the bigger they are, the larger the splatter they make. Up until now, you have been protected because, well, weren't that much of an inconvenience to people. I think that protection has reached its limit. I don't know exactly why the mob is trying to keep you safe, but I think you need to figure that out with your wife. And my suggestion would be for you to work with them. Help them however you can.
I think past that point, Alaric, I've done the opposite of that. I've told them no twice.
Yeah. Luckily, the man you told no twice is now, well, his head was in a box delivered here not that long ago. So, he may be open to renegotiations.
Okay, Taylor will nod.
Right now, the NYPD is gonna be shaken, and if it comes to a gang war between the Russians and the mob, we want the mob to win.
All right. I go with them, compromise with them, I work with them. What comes after that?
Ideal case, you're able to convince them to back off, play nice. Hopefully, listen, they clearly want to make money. They're not afraid to do illegal stuff. But handle negotiations with them carefully. Might be able to set parameters on how far they can go. What's allowed, what's not allowed. What's gonna be covered up, what's not gonna be covered up. I'd much rather have illegal gambling casinos and prostitution than murders and sacrifices to God knows what.
Taylor will just say, fine. I'll do what I have to do.
Sorry to ask this of you. I don't think there's any other way.
Taylor will just ask. I'll be honest, I had one low-level contact, but the Ferrari's dead. Who do I go to?
Chuckles a bit. Think you can find someone closer to home.
What is my wife's connection to all this? Like, I talked to Rory. I know the inferences he made. How involved is she with all this?
Ooh, quite a lot. Even if not directly. But her family is. She has deep ties to Sicilian mafia. They're the ones that have been, well, keeping you out of harm's way as much as possible. The people like Rory, well, they're willing to broker deals. Your connections, your wife's connection, the Cosa Nostra is, well, quite direct. And even if she's not part of it, still related by blood. For these people, apparently that means quite a lot.
Taylor will give a nod. Right. I'll talk with her. I'll figure it out.
A nod. I'll once I speak with the doctor, I'll make sure he figure out why he disappeared, and hopefully he'll be able to help you some more.
Thank you, Lark.
Don't thank me yet. See if we can get through with this. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
You sort of blink and he's gone.
Ness. Taylor will look around. Put the pistol away.
Your wife's sort of on her hands on the phone. Did you see anything?
No, Taylor will just he'll just say looks like it was just a picture that fell.
Good. Mind if you check around the house a couple of times?
Of course.
Yeah.
See.
You'll
They will check around the house, yeah?
around the house a bit, just kind of give her a bit of peace of mind. Take a bit to calm down, but she's like clearly still on edge.
Listen, yeah, as Taylor will say, Taylor's going to say, as he's kind of going to like sit down with her. Maybe be better if maybe it'd be better if we had family here.
She kind of like looks at you. Yeah. You don't usually suggest that.
Yeah, I don't. I'll be honest, Gina, I'm used to the messages I get usually being a lot more polite than the head in the box. So, I'm a little on edge right now.
Nods. Question: are all your children living in New York?
I am not sure of that because the thing is, Taylor would have absolutely encouraged his daughters to actually get a college or university education. Even at a time when that was not very
Yeah.
popular thing. So I'm not sure if they. I know the son's definitely still in New York.
Yeah, I was gonna say he would be, but I think the two girls are probably not in the city. It's time to name everyone. It's let's see, what do you want your son to be called?
His name would be Stephen. Technically, Stephen Reed II, because he is named after his grandfather.
Yeah. Second to write these. And your first daughter's name?
Ooh. That she'd probably have a more Italian name, because that one would the eldest daughter would probably have been named after someone in Gina's family, maybe like Gina's like grandmother or an aunt.
Let's see. One minute. Is it after her, like her grandmother named?
Yeah, probably would have been named after Gina's grandmother, or maybe an aunt. Like some of that Gina was close
Yeah.
to in her family.
And the second one also an Italian name, or
Honestly, with how much of an emphasis that Gina has on like a tight knit family connection, yeah, she probably would have had an idea to name it after another name her after another member of her family. So I'll be honest, Taylor does not have that tight knit family relationship. He pretty much had his father and mother he didn't really know very well before she died.
say. Because should give Steven a call tomorrow. I think he's gonna probably be freaked out about this as well.
Give him a call, and
I don't want to worry the girls yet.
no, I don't want them to drop everything to come here. Just listen. Maybe if it unless things don't calm down, maybe we can visit them.
She'll sort of nod and smile.
They'll say, Yeah, I'll actually ask check the NPC chat real quick. Is Julia here when the box got dropped off?
Shakes her head. Called her when you didn't pick up. She came in.
That's good. It's kind of, as Taylor will say, just. I'm sorry, I wasn't in the office at the time.
It's quite alright. I'm just glad you came in too late today.
And now the Briggs was apparently tearing up the station looking for me. Trying when he heard about it. It's actually called the forensics guy. Asked if he knew I was. Lucky enough, I was down there talking with him.
She'll kind of nod. Maybe we should stay at the motel? But we could just go and stay at Julia's place, but I'm not sure if you want that or not.
As Taylor will say, she'd be okay with it. I don't know how much more she wants to. I just don't want to put anyone else in harm's way if it potentially harm's way.
Like nods as well. I should ask her at the very least, but just feel a bit better if I slept there instead of a random motel.
Nice. Taylor will nod that we can give her a call tomorrow.
Oh, nod. Unless you want anything else you want to talk with her.
No, I don't think Taylor has anything else he wants to mention. It's listen, if I really wanted to lay it on thick, I could mention that they killed a cop, but I don't think. Listen, I don't think that's necessary. I don't think I want to do that.
Honey, not only did they kill a cop, they flayed her and fucking stuck her to the ceiling in a cross-shaped pose.
Yeah, that's the conversation I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have with people later. I'm not sure I want to tell my wife that.
Yeah. Well, luckily for you, she was a bit distracted today and was not able to pick up any newspaper. The certain pictures were probably leaked to the media. It's probably it's a big scandal right now. So she will learn about it at a later date. The problem is she's not gonna necessarily link it to this unless she's like figures out your connection with Riley. But yeah, no, listen. Unfortunately though, for someone else across town, Ian. Your phone is gonna ring. It's about 11:30.
Hello?
Ian, this is Mr. Anderson. Hope you haven't gotten. I hope you're not in bed. We need you at the crime scene.
Of course, I understand.
You're the forensics
head
guy. I
over.
trust. I need you to handle this with the same level of expertise you handled the last one.
Of course, I'll be right over there.
Good. This time it's in your own precinct. Well, it's close by. I realize I don't think it's actually your precinct, but it's like.
Listen, we're skipping lines. You're working with the feds here.
Yeah, you'll be given an address. As you'll have to sort of get dressed and head over. Yeah, it's not your precinct. It's the 24th precinct. You'll be there's a bunch of cops here, sort of taking witness testimonies, and probably I need to find a Fedman image now.
I can provide many fed men on my Pinterest. I do have a high supply of those.
I think you can post like one or two.
So it will be faster. These two distinguished gentlemen.
They look too clean. They look too clean.
And some dirty. Listen, if you want Mr. Cigar Man, I was Mr. Cigar Man.
Yeah, usually the cigar man is.
Quite a few of those. I'm also a CIA Spookington.
No, I think Mr. Cigar Man.
Here you go. Here's your two spooks you can choose.
Holy shit. A spook.
Spook Spookington. For distinguished line of spooks.
Last one just looks like a fucking about to like sell fucking drugs. This guy. As you know, like one of the men will kind of gesture for you. You Agent Bright, right?
Yonada.
Oh yes, Ross. I'll be taking charge of the field work. Come on, It's well, you saw the last one, so you should have a good idea of what this is.
I see. I guess he'll open the door to see what awaits
And
him.
he's gonna lead you into the apartment building. As you're gonna walk up a few flights of stairs before they let you pass. You can like see they're taking sort of statements from a woman that's sort of crying. Say, you know, wife came back into well, this like leads into the living room. As oh boy, it's there's a similar well vibe to this one, as he is also pinned to the wall. This one though, it's not like to the ceiling, but sort of to the living wall, to the living room's wall, as he like hangs limp. This one is naked, and well, immediately you do see certain body parts missing. The genitals have been completely removed. There's like blood everywhere. Looks like fingers have been sort of snapped, or they're completely like cut off. The ones that still are attached to the body, the fingernails are missing. The face is sort of looks quite mutilated as well. There are some large sort of wounds on the body, look like stab wounds of some kind. And well, this one isn't hidden. On the floor, drawn in blood, is another large set of symbols. As Elliot will say, I think you have your work cut off for you.
State Mr. Sure is a bit getting busy.
What did you say last time to say Mr. Briggs copycat? Might have a new one altogether.
See what? Let's hope we can at least find something from this grisly scene.
Yeah, I'm gonna go chat with the wife. Let me know if you need anything.
I think I'll listen.
On that note, we'll be